Welcome, welcome. I am GpaSilverMane, and this is a video covering the new teams, the new characters that are become quite powerful in this game. The Ravagers, um, T'Challa included in the Ravagers, as well as Web Warriors and Magic and the Uncanny X-Men in a whole. What I think you should do, who you should farm, who has longevity. Some of the things I'm going to base it off of is how to get them, how to farm them, their usability in different game modes, as well as their longevity. Um, I'm going to show it off on my 40-day-old level 60 free-to-play account, what my perspectives are on each team and what I'm going to do personally, as well as on my level 85 spending account, my main account. I do spend on a little bit. And what I'm going to do there. It could be totally different. It could be exactly the same. We're going to see here. And then last but not least, I'm going to show off my level 68 free-to-play 4-month-old account, and maybe the views there will be different on each of these teams. A lot of it is influenced by your account itself and your RNG and the shards you have, and where those characters are at. My hope for this video is that you can kind of see what I'm going to do from 3 different perspectives, 3 different accounts, levels, spending, and free to play. And that way you can kind of look on your own account and from its situation, and maybe what you could or should do from my opinion or my perspective, and you can, incorporate it maybe into some of your ideas or your vision for your account. And then it can help influence you to maybe save you some gold, materials, or make that leap and actually dedicate to a team. All right, before we dive in here, if you haven't already, definitely subscribe. I make tons and tons of Marvel Strike Force content. It's completely free, and we'd love to have you be part of our community. We are headed for 1,000 subscribers. I would love to do this as a full-time career. This is my dream. Also, if you like the video or it helps you in any way, shape, or form, thumbs it up. It just lets YouTube know. Again, it's free, but it lets YouTube know to recommend it to more people searching for Marvel Strike Force content. And it'll get it seen by more of the community, and maybe it can help some other people as well. Also, there's a description or a link in the description for my Discord. Tons of helpful, awesome, fun people in there. Definitely check it out. Yeah, there's a comment section as well. Feel free to comment. What's your opinions? What's your thoughts? What are you going to do with your Ravagers or your Web Warriors? Are you skipping them? Are you leveling them? Are you... You know what I mean? I would love to hear it, see it, and if you want, you can post pictures in Discord as well as carry this conversation over there. Alright, so starting here on my level 60 free-to-play, what I'm going to do is I want to go in and look at my roster here. Obviously, I'm working on Icarus. I don't have Cersei yet, but when I get her, I would want to level her to help me compete in Arena and stay in that top 250. I am working on my X-Men as well as my Spider-Man because I've been thinking this was going to happen for a long time, as well as hoping, I guess. But I want to go down here to my Ravagers. Obviously, I'm 40 days in. Ravagers, if I get them, I get them. I'm not focusing on them. These come from the Blitz orbs, I'm assuming. And this is just through the Blitz that they had for him, as well as random orbs and such. But as you can see, these other two, I'm going to get him unlocked through his event and stuff. Or however he's unlockable, I'm going to get him unlocked. He may have some plug-and-play value, and I've heard that he's decent in tech lane for Doom raids. Again, I don't know. I haven't seen any footage or anything. I haven't done too much research on Doom, and I haven't experienced it myself. So on this free-to-play account, none of these are for me. It's a war offense more than anything. It's not a raid team. It's not an arena team. They are farmable. I will say that. They have that where you can get them quite easily and quite cheap from node farming and or orbs. And you'll have him at a restricted level, but even then you could start these guys up and they'd be quite powerful. They'd win in war against a lot of the meta teams. Maybe not the meta teams, but top 4 to 10 teams they could defeat in wars. Now, personally, I'm not going to mess with them. I'm going to get them as I get them, and maybe if it comes time that I'm doing wars and I have extra materials or something someday, I might throw a few in there. Otherwise, I would just look at him. I think this is more of a gateway for Scopely to be able to bring other Ravagers or something cool if something happens with the What If series, and it gets amazing feedback like it already has. They will go out of their way to create that character or two and make this team sensational even more. So that's something that might happen down the road that you might want to think about. But for me personally, it's a hard pass. I'm going to unlock him as best I can, free to play. And I would do that for any character. You just need blitz teams and stuff. But I am not personally investing into the Ravagers on my level 60 free-to-play account. They just are not worth it at all. It's a war offense. I got Shadowlands I'd rather level than them. It's just not worth it to me. Next, I want to go down here to Web Warriors. Well, no Uncanny X-Men. Let's go Uncanny X-Men. As you can see, Beast and Wolverine both, I am going to be leveling hard. I have leveled hard. X-Men is my raid team as of now, and is what my farming guide has led me to want to get. With Web Warriors coming, I'm switching completely to Web Warriors. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to keep farming towards this because 3 of the Web Warriors are unfarmable and unattainable. And we'll talk about them here in a second. But Uncanny X-Men, they are farmable. They are on nodes. Hero 7 is after level 70, and you have to have some teams built to get to this node for Colossus. But he's in the Raid Orb. He's Nexus 4, I believe. Or 5, Nexus 5 maybe. Psylocke's on a node. Storm's on a node. Wolverine you get for free. So they are obtainable. Magic is going to make the team so much better. And it's going to make Storm one of the best characters, and Cyclops on the team. Cyclops already hit hard, but he never got to that ultimate. He always dies, right? That's who you want to focus when you're fighting them. Get him off the board as soon as you can. Because he's going to kill you if he gets to his ultimate. Storm is now that potential, because she's just going to pump charges. As a new player on this account, I'm not going to focus them because I'm not building a team to unlock Phoenix. I'm not farming Asgardians. It's not cost efficient, and it's not worth it because Phoenix is limited to this team, which is essentially a war offense or a war defense. Do they have some other usability? Maybe in raids you could use Beast, Wolverines with Weapon X, war offense team, war defense team. Otherwise, I don't see using them in arena raids. It's going to be a blitz team, a war team. So, I mean, for me personally, on this account being level 40, I have no intention of going for Phoenix. So, if she is in your farming guide or your dream of for your account, absolutely, by all means, go after these guys because they are obtainable at this point, all but Magic. Obviously, I'm going to go as hard as I can on Magic to get her. She's a great, great character. Maybe some raid viability standalone in the mutant lanes. Maybe something happens with the team later or she becomes farmable. Maybe she has some plug-and-play features where you can use her in arena at some point. I don't know personally, but from what I've seen, heard, and learned, it's not a team I'm focusing on this account. So one day I would love to level and invest into them because they're some of my favorite characters in the game. But right now it's just not good for my account. I'm actually going to quit investing in a Beast probably more than likely here, just because the Web Warriors are out, and I want to talk about that and why it's so important. And they are making the most impact to the game. They are 5 Meta 2.0 characters. They've got buffs to all their stats. They got 2 reworks here, bringing them into the Meta 2.0. They've got some of the biggest, best damage. They are a raid team that's going to clear U7.5, just like the X-Men, at an easier, lower investment. You know what I mean? Probably similar to the X-Men, 3 to 400k. They're going to clear U7.5. Now, don't quote me on that, but it's going to be right around there, almost guaranteed. They are the symbiotes, but they kill things faster, so they actually hit a lot harder. They have higher stats, and their kits are more advanced. They're built for the content, Doom, 2, 3, whatever. So that's what they're used for. They're going to take you all the way to endgame. You're going to be able to use them through every content the game now currently has. So, barring they make a Doom 7, where you have to get the next bio team to be able to beat it, this is going to hold you off for the future. But maybe a year or two from now, you'll need a different bio team. But this would be the way to go. This can be your raid team. You get these both from Blitz Orbs, which is what I recommend in my beginner's guide to mid game. These 3, you're going to get them unlocked through the events and such that they offer for them. And even at 3 stars, 2 stars, 4 stars, they're going to do what they're going to do at 7 stars, but at that low star rank. They just ain't going to be able to beat Doom content until you maybe invest into them a little bit more. Obviously, you're going to have to invest into them. But why invest in symbiotes or why invest into X-Men when you can invest into these guys? I mean, obviously, you still got to build X-Men for Doom raids and such, and they're still an amazing war team. But depending on where you're at in the game, for me, I don't have any but Beast. I think I have Beast, Iceman, and that's it. I mean, I'm going to get Kitty out of Raid Orbs. But Iceman's a late, I think he's villain 7, 9. He's really hard to get to farm. I mean, you're going to get there, obviously, but you get these guys right away. So for me, this is the best path in Marvel Strike Force 2.0, in my opinion, to set me up for raids through the future, essentially. And then I only have to build 4 other teams. This is my bio team for Doom, Ultimate 7. It's going to be a war team. I can maybe see some plug and play or arena potential maybe somewhere down the road, or who knows, just you have to try them out. I haven't got a plan, so I couldn't really speak to that. But if Icarus can't hit you, he can't kill you, right? No, I don't know. I don't want to start no rumors there. But this is going to be what I'm doing on my free-to-play account. This is 100% a hard, you must do it. I must do it. I mean, I would highly recommend it to anybody. Their speed, their evades, you can't hit them. They hit you tons of times. They hit multiple characters, and they hit hard. They have a self-heal. They're going to have Dark Dimension viability. This is going to be my city team. City right here. As well as they are city heroes, which you need for the block party flash event. You're not going to be able to farm these ones yet, so really I wouldn't say they're viable, but these 2 I use for my farming guide towards block party city flash event. So yes, that's a definite go for this account. And that's why I'm investing in these 2 right now, and I'm going to get them as I get them. So the other 2, they don't fit into my plan currently, and maybe somewhere down the road I'd love to have the Uncanny X-Men, but this is the only team I'm going after out of those. The only team I'm going to invest in out of those. And I would highly recommend that to somebody in a similar situation. I'm not going to mess with my farming guide. I'm going to keep going after flash events. These teams come and go. They're dime a dozen. This is the hot new ticket. There's 3 options. In Marvel Strike Force 2.0, you can't level every team. It's just not plausible. Even if they give us more gold, you still can't level every team. Nor would you probably. You would just invest more into the good teams, right? But I want to jump over to my main account here and talk about what I would do on these 3 teams. And I have every character except the brand new ones unlocked. Let me double check here. So Dormammu, Omega Red, and I'm ready to get Omega Red. And then just the new ones here. So I have a wide variety, as well as I'll show some unique stuff here, which is unique to my account. Maybe you're in the same boat, maybe not. I imagine a lot of people are, if they're in Doom raids, which a lot of the player base is at that point. I mean, there's quite a few people. But this is my symbiotes, and I built them because I loved them. It was the first team I really went over the top on. And as you can see, I've been with the Anti-Venom since the beginning. He came out, and he's nowhere near 7. So that could happen with the new Web Warriors. That could happen with T'Challa. That could happen with Magic, where if they don't make them easily farmable, your team's going to look like this. You're going to have a amazing character that's weaker with not so amazing, okay-ish, 2 totally amazing. She would be amazing, but she's so squishy. And I think she was my first 6 red star drop from an orb on this account way back when. And that's kind of what also pushed me into them. You kind of go with what the game deals you, right? I bought the 7th Carnage star. I don't regret it at all. It's still a great team, still a usable team. What I want to say is, do I need the Web Warriors? No, because these symbiotes can clear all the new Doom raids. Sometimes they can time them out. If you play it wrong, you don't have them built high enough, they can lose. But as you can see here, why would I invest completely in a new 5-man team when I could just take these all to 85 and G16 them and push through that content and save all that gold gear off the Web Warriors, right? I mean, I don't have to have them, is what I'm saying. So there's an option there. Obviously, I want the Web Warriors. I love Spider-Man. I've waited for it. Main account or not, new account. Spider-Man's amazing. And I couldn't tell somebody not to go after that team and completely invest into them. What we're discussing here is if you should invest into them. And there's a way right here I don't have to if I don't want to. So if it's not your cup of tea, pass on the Web Warriors. This is amazing. As well as they've all become farmable. They're attainable. You can get them at nodes and such. Barring this dude's way at the end, War Store, it's not bad at all. You can get them all. You can get them to 7-star. The team power would be even higher at that point. You're going to be able to beat the Doom content, right? And they're great in Dark Dimension. I don't know about DD4, but I'm sure people were using some of these. I know this one and this one for sure were leveled by Philosopher. They're amazing. I would say Web Warriors, I'm still going for it on my main account. Even though I have the symbiotes built so big here. And I just want to jump on the Web Warriors, kind of show you mine. I've went hard onto him here in the last few days, investing all my gold and stuff. I'm just waiting, but I am going to T4 some more of these moves. Like this one's insane. Chain to 5 targets. That's hitting everybody pretty much in raids. It is a chain. It's not a rebound chain. So if you're fighting a 5v5, you're going to hit the main target, and then it says chain to 5. Well, if you hit the main target and you go this way, you're only going to hit the ones going that way. Or if you go this way, you're going to hit the ones going that way. So let's say you hit the guy in the end, you're going to hit 4 more. That's only 5 targets, right? It's going to chain to 5 plus the primary. There's not 6 people to hit. So this is going to be more useful in Dark Dimension and or raids. So I will T4 it. Plus it adds 50% drain, which is huge. It's just going to heal him that much more for all the damage he's doing. Quite phenomenal. I've been waiting for this for so long. And I've started investing into Miles. Spider-Man looked like this a couple days ago. So he's coming up quite a ways. And I'm going to take him with G16. I love this dude, man. He's the staple of Marvel, in my opinion. He's one of the founders, forefathers, in my opinion. You know what I mean? He is Stan Lee. Ravagers, I'm going to go over them real quick. As well as Uncanny X-Men. Because I'm at a different stage with my main account. I've been playing 2 years. I get some different perspectives. I have some characters at different power levels. Uncanny X-Men. Like, I already have Phoenix. So, putting into Magic's, only investing in one character, essentially, it's going to make her a better character. Would I want to do that? Probably. I am going to get her, obviously. I'm going to invest into her a little bit. I'm not going to go insane because I haven't invested into Uncanny X-Men. I'd have to build him, build her, build him, and then it would just, I'd also have to build that. That's having to invest into 4 characters. As you can see, my X-Men are quite big. They are my raid team, along with symbiotes. So, and then Wolverine I'm bringing up because I love Weapon X, and Wolverine Logan, he's another staple. He's one of the original X-Men. You know what I'm saying? To me, the 90s series, he's one of the originals. Dude's awesome. I actually like Psylocke more than a few of these characters just because I had her card as a kid. But I would say if you're at this state in the game, absolutely. I mean, if I'm not going to invest right away, but I'm going to unlock her and I'll have that option if I choose to. Web Warriors are my focus. Even at a fan aspect, I'm a bigger fan of Spider-Man than I am of the X-Men. And that's kind of hurt to say that. Weird. That hurt bad. I can't say that. I take it back. They're both wonderful. But touching on Ravagers, life's too short to farm hand shards, too short to farm a minion. Even with the rework, this dude bugs me out, bro. And this guy with the pink forehead, it's like they needed filler content, and that's what these guys still are, is filler content that can hit hard. I'm not going to invest gear into them at all. I love Yondu. I love the guy that acted as him, Merle Dixon from Walking Dead. He's a phenomenal actor, and he is Yondu. This guy looks like, I don't know, like a Smurf with a red mohawk or something. I don't like it. I'm not digging it, bro. He needs a new trench coat, too. You can really tell the graphics were rushed on these, and they're so outdated. It's unreal. They just don't look good at all. Where's Taserface? Where's the named characters? I want named people to farm. I am going to invest in a Star-Lord T'Challa. I loved him in What If. But I'm not going to go all out. He's probably going to be like the Star-Lord I got now at about 50, 60K. I like his kit, and if he gets more useful, I'll invest into him as I need to. Obviously, you always go after the new characters, shard-wise. But afterwards, they're not obtainable. I can't get this guy any higher stars. And that sucks with the Web Warriors, but for a newer account, or even this account, I can level them and get their stars as necessary. I don't have to max them out right away because I have my symbiotes that are still doing the Doom raids for me, so I can level them as I choose to. Okay? But the Web Warriors is the only team I'm going to invest in out of these 3 starting out. Because they're just going to keep pumping out more new characters. And if they do another rework, this is awesome. They're giving you a chance to pass on a team, but maybe somebody has this team and invested a little bit or really loves them, they're going to have a different view. And I think anytime you can make it where people can take different paths and get to the same ending, that makes the game exciting. If it's a if it's a theme park video game or a roller coaster, you get on, you know where you're going, when you're going, how you're going, and where you're ending, right? That's dumb. That's not a video game. That's, you know what's going to happen. Why am I giving you money because I already know the ending? You know what I mean? That's like paying to see a movie that you already seen or you already know what happens. You wouldn't do that, right? So this is a hard pass, man. It's just not worth the resources to me and or the time. Now, if I had unlimited resources, yeah, this would be a fun team to play around with, right? Just to see them smack some of the bigger teams. Like, Dude, Black Order was awful and so good. You had to have them. They did good things for you. But when you had to fight them and you didn't have them, it'd be cool to see the Ravagers smack them up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe it for a second, but in this game they can apparently. All right, so I want to jump over last but not least. If you're still with me here, I know this got a little long, but I just want to talk about them and what I'm going to do personally. So this is a hard pass on my main account, Web Warriors and Uncanny X-Men as I can. Web Warriors I'm working on now because I'm done with Cersei and Icarus. Otherwise, I'd still be focused on them. I have no intention of taking my symbiotes any higher. I don't think I'll G16 any of them. But we'll see how it goes because I'm working towards starting Dark Dimension 5 and they might get used. I might have to level up Symbiote Spider-Man and such. I'm about to finish 7-star on him, so I might as well maybe do that. We'll see. All right. So this is my level. It's a free-to-play account, level 68. I'm 3 months in, and I'm following the farming guide that my level 60 is. But I've been doing it for 2 months instead of 40 days. The first 30 days, I probably farmed something along those lines because I kind of had a rough, I knew the game, I could do that. But I wasn't farming perfectly, and I was kind of going willy-nilly. I've since went straight just over 2 months farming the guide, and it's paying off wonderful. Flash events, I was able to get to the 4th one for Chaos Theory, but I wasn't able to beat it, so I just got these over and over. I didn't have enough invested into my Wakandans yet. That won't happen next time. Let's go into roster. My roster's a little more advanced here, but I'm hard passing on these guys. As I get them, I'm a newer account, so to invest into these guys would be better than investing in Guardians. It would be better than investing in any team before the Black Order because this team's going to kill them. This team's it's just a war offense. They're going to be stronger because they have higher stats. So until those older teams get reworks, this team is the best thing. But those older teams are going to get reworks. Do you want to waste resources here or on Guardians of the Galaxy? You get what I'm saying? So you got to pick and choose. And then that's what I mean by Marvel Strike Force 2.0. You can't afford to invest in everybody, nor do you need to. You can only do like 10 to 14 war attacks. You only need 5 raid teams, and there's 40 teams in the game. You know what I mean? So picking and choosing ain't a terrible thing. And if you have an option between 3 teams to do a war offense, this could be one of your 14 war offenses, if you choose to, if that's what you want to do. Just remember, there's 39 other teams to choose from. And then it's just going to be more and more as the game goes on, right? So this is definitely a hard pass again. I'm going to get them as I get them. I'm going to work hard on their events and stuff, obviously. And you should always do that. There's no reason not to go hard for a new character. Because you just never know what's going to happen. People are going to find hybrids and all that good stuff. Theory crafting them and such. I don't want to go there. What am I doing? Web Warriors. So obviously, before I even go to these guys, I want to go to X-Men. And I want to talk about my Axemen. My Bishop's coming up amazingly. I love Bishop. He's my favorite character in the game. Then Jubilee. And I was building up my Beast. I'm going to stop. Bam. Don't get me wrong. I'm still going to invest into him as I can for the Doom raids when I get to the necessary point of that. And I might level, I'm going to keep leveling Wolverine, obviously, because I'm going to use him for DD2 and DD1. Plus, he's just amazing, and I love Weapon X. So, as a collector, he's going to be maxed. I don't have my Iceman. I don't have Storm. There's no reason to go for Uncanny X-Men, in my opinion. I'm nowhere near being able to unlock Phoenix. And as I said, following my guide, I'm not going with Hela and Loki. And I'm not wasting my time farming a Nobu to unlock a Phoenix. It's just not worth it to me, in my opinion. I'd rather run the 5-team with Magic, Colossus, Psylocke, Storm, and Cyclops or something. And then I get to utilize my Psylocke still. And I don't have to worry about this lady or the 20 characters to get to her, right? Phoenix is amazing. And I love her in Dark Phoenix. I think it's the name of the movie, the newest one out. The actress from Game of Thrones was phenomenal in that part. And she is so powerful. And she used to be that way in this game. But now she's kind of like she's a peon, man. She's borderline I don't want to say worthless. It's a great team. It's a war team. This could be one of your 14 war teams, okay? Right now, for me in my account, it's not a good idea to go willy-nilly or expand any wider. I got my vision set on things. I picked my path. And now I got to stick to it. Otherwise, if I come over here and do this, my main path's going to fall to pieces, okay? So it's definitely a hard pass. I don't even know if I'm going to take Bishop any higher because this ain't my main account. And he's not going to be necessary for X-Men until I get towards Doom raids. So I'm a long way off. We're still in U6 or U4 in Gmod Quest. We're in U4. We're a long way from being anywhere near Doom raids. So I don't have to worry about the X-Men right now. And the reason I want to say that is because I am going to go after the Web Warriors. Quite simply because I can get all the characters. I don't have to unlock level 70 or be in Heroes Campaign 7-9 or, you know what I mean, Villain 7-9. I don't have to do any of that. All I have to do is unlock them in their events, and they're going to clear U75. I'm just going to max their gear, you know what I mean? Take them to G15, G16 as I can. Then they're going to also work in Doom raids. So they'll be pre-built. There you go. And that way I can focus on other teams and other objectives while I have a raid team. I've been building these two, him the whole time, and I've just started bringing him up. I'm going to unlock these 3, and I'd highly recommend it for any newer player. If you're 0 to 6 months, even if you have your symbiotes at 4 stars or lower, maybe even 5 stars, I'd still pill off of them and go this route. Because to get to Doom Campaign Chapter 4, 9 for Symbiote Spider-Man, I had the best teams, and that last node was pretty insane. So maybe go watch that video of me playing through it all with my best teams, and I just cakewalked it. But do you have those teams that power, you know? So I would re-switch to this if you're in your first 6 months of gameplay, in my opinion. They are going to be amazing. They are amazing. It's proven. They put out so much more damage. They clear content so much faster. You can throw it on auto and use 7.5, and I'm sure these guys are going to do it in less than a minute. They're clearing the hardest Doom nodes, Doom boss nodes, for the bio lane in like half the time the symbiotes do it. And it's still under 2 minutes, or right around 2 minutes, or something crazy like that, right? It's just really, really phenomenal. So that's going to be a hard yes on this account. Ravagers, no. Uncanny, no. Phoenix is I love the X-Men, but I won't push for that. I'd go for Weapon X. You can't have everything. And with Marvel Strike Force 2.0, you got to pick and choose. You got to give some, and you're going to get some. You know what I mean? I hope this helps you decide on what you should do. I hope you're not just planning on investing in all 3 teams, because everything else is going to be backburnered then. You can't focus on nothing but those 3 teams. And there's no reason to focus on 2 out of 3 of them, honestly. And maybe not even any of them if you have a max symbiotes. You can completely skip all 3 of these new teams. And focus on some of your other characters that you truly love. You know, that's potentially cool to happen. I hope this helps. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below. Like and subscribe. Much love. We'll see you guys in the next one. Stay healthy.